Now let's dive deep into this big LGBTQ plus story for today. I'm Edward Otto Zelke, and let's queer up business. Musk or us Tesla protests come to Wilton Manors. Success or apathy? Protesters took to the streets of Fort Lauderdale this weekend, targeting Tesla's dealership as backlash grows against Elon Musk's involvement in sweeping federal cuts and broadly the anti-LGBTQ plus actions being taken by the new administration. Maria Baker, whose daughter was furloughed from a USAID subcontractor, stood among the crowd. She said, quote, "Her career is ruined. There is no job for her now," end quote. The Sun Sentinel reported to Queer News Tonight that around 200 people waved American pride and trans flags alongside signs reading, "Tesla loves fascism" and "Musk be gone." Some reports state estimates were a mere 50 gay protesters participated in the event just 5 minutes from the famous Wilton Drive. When Queer News Tonight's executive producer Al Ferguson reported the news, there was a significant Facebook response. A post said that there was nearly 400 and many Facebook comments were about the number of cars honking in support. One large Wilton Manors queer Facebook group discussed the lack of organization from Democrats and LGBTQ plus activists in drawing attention to the first event of its kind in Wilton Manors. Protest organizer Jennifer Jones said, quote, "People are really outraged. We feel like we don't have a voice," end quote. Many protesters, like breast cancer patient Lisa Yerkin, fear losing life-saving benefits. "They're trying to kill me." Tiffany Post, 42, who has been paralyzed since 19 and relies on Medicare, said, quote, "I just literally need medical stuff," end quote. While Musk defends the cuts as necessary, critics call them a hostile takeover. For many, like Stephen Ide, 77, the protest was cathartic. The message from the gayest place on earth, Wilton Manors, is clear. Silence isn't an option. But as the first effort in the first month of new Trump administration, it is unclear if the event was a success or represents significant LGBTQ plus apathy. Well, I think that it's a good start. I wish that I knew about it. I think we need to bring more awareness in these type of protests, because I think we're going to start to see them popping up, especially around in our community. Yeah. And I think we need to plug into it more so that we have a bigger presence, because, it does take a group like this, to recognize, what, we have to start looking at the issues now and start, getting out there and being activists as we are, because, Pride isn't just 1 month out of the year. It's 365 days. So we have a lot of work to do.
And there was a 77-year-old out there protesting, which really, that says something. And I know that we're tired of fighting for our rights, but if we don't fight for them, no one else will.
100%.
And in case you hadn't guessed, I kind of like protesting. So had I known about this, I would have been there. But the Wilton Manors queer Facebook group, Democrats and activists, they've got to do a better job of organizing so more people show up and have their voices heard.
Well, and who knows if they tried, Greg? We don't know. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't see the post until like 2 days before, unfortunately. And by then I was like, okay, I can't go because of prior commitments, but I'll go and share it, right? But the reality from my seat is that 50 or 500 people was still a success. Yeah. Right? We need this now more than ever. I mean, it's a success because we're talking about it at this table right now. And that maybe inspires somebody else to do the next protest that'll be bigger, and they'll make sure that they hit all the Facebook pages, etc. Yes. So I say thank you and congrats to all the people who showed up, because we need this any day, and we need this every freaking day. And everybody at this table knows I hate Elon. I mean, I can't stand him. I didn't vote for him, yet he's making all these freaking decisions that affect our country, I can't stand to see a Tesla on the road, and South Florida is filled with Teslas.
Wow.
Filled with Teslas, to the point where, I've had some gay boys that own Teslas, and a lot of them have sold them because of the backhanded stuff that they get from people, from others in our community, to the point where now I'm seeing this this sticker on certain Teslas that says, "I bought this Tesla before Elon went nuts." Literally, that is what the sticker says, and I've seen it a handful of times, which means it's out there.
When you saw Sheryl Crow sold hers and donated the money to NPR.
I love
She's
it.
a hero.
Wow.
I love that. This is the big LGBTQ story for today. There is no other queer nonprofit media platform like this in the entire world. Support our LGBTQ plus stories by subscribing and sharing Queer News Tonight.